ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming to tonight's event. Best of luck to all players. Go!
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a car parked in a do-not parking spot. License plate 3DGK13 White Beamer.
Ew. I'll have a sport now. What's it on, A or B?
This one. Hey.
A. Oh, they're doing an anthem today.
All right, everyone, we welcome you to the Driscoll Arena here in Fall River, Massachusetts for this afternoon's coverage of high school ice hockey on Bourne Community Television, the Bourne Wears Purple YouTube channel, and my broadcasting YouTube channel. South Coast Conference action today as the 8-7-2 Bourne Canalmen get set to take on the 4-12 Apponequet Lakers. A very big game for Bourne today. If they win, they clinch their spot in the state tournament. If they win or tie, they clinch the South Coast Conference for the first time in 7 years. We thank you for joining us on any of our feeds. Keegan Hambler on commentary. Ed Schroed is the man running the camera. We got some guests joining us for the beginning of the game. Somerset Berkeley defender Gabe Gonzalez and forward Carter Sylvia. Gabe, I'm going to start with you. You know what this game means to your side, but how important is it maybe to do it on the road on Apponequet senior night?
I mean, this would be huge. One, it would clinch them for the state tournament, and two, it would clinch them for the SEC, which they haven't won, like you said.
An early chance here in front for Apponequet. Palmborg covers it up right along the side post, as getting that one on frame was Nate Peck, who had the overtime winner in that last game against you guys 2 days ago. Now, Carter, in that last game when you guys played Apponequet, very tough game. Apponequet came away with it. What really impressed you most with that Apponequet side? What do you want to see from them in this game today?
It was really the no-give-up mentality, Keegan. I mean, all game they were back-checking, forechecking all over us, and Gabe can tell you the forecheck was really good by them. They caused a lot of turnovers, and that's ultimately why they won the game in overtime.
First save there from Apponequet goalie Mark Donati. We're going to be seeing both Mark Donati and Nate Tobin, both senior goalies, later on today. That was our second whistle. Let's meet the opposing head coach, Nate Farrington, second year for the Lakers, 11-24. His career record is from East Freetown, played 4 years at Springfield College, played 2 years for the Mentor Icebreakers. As a part of the Federal Prospects Hockey League based in Ohio. The team folded in 2020, and he's back here in his hometown coaching this team, and a team that moved up a Division II, Division III this year. They currently sit number 47 in those power rankings. Bourne stayed the same in the latest update yesterday morning at number 20. That was Keith Tobin playing it to the left side. A touch up from Blanchard, cut off by Seitz. Now McLean trying to get it on back. Andrew Kennefic, the transfer from Old Rochester, working on the backhand, knocked down to the ice, and a penalty coming up. Bourne gets the first power play of the game, which will be 56 seconds in. We saw a little bit of a tie-up along that end boards. Gabe, what did you see behind Pomborg's net?
I saw a big hit, and it kind of looked like it was, in the numbers. You can't do that, can't have that in the game,
Junior forward Matt Frias is the one that is going to the box. The Canalmen are attacking this way in periods 1 and 3, wearing their road purple jerseys. Apponequet in the home whites, blue stripes, blue numbers. I'm bringing the top guns out here for the Canalmen. Hope, Thomas, and Kroll are the forwards. As Bogdan's trying to get it down, the deflected second attempt will, and it forces a retreat back from Ronan Kelly. Kelly to his left side to Cole Thomas, the team leader in goals this year with 13. And it's going to be sent down yet again by Greg Francis, that time for the Lakers. Got to talk with Greg Francis a little bit before this one, and he knows how big this one is just to get some momentum down the end of the stretch. They know they're most likely not making the state tournament, but just to end the season on a positive note, Carter, although you're not probably going to make the state tournament, it's always good ending the season, and for Greg, his senior year, on a very positive note.
Yeah, for sure, Keegan, and just having that state championship mentality is very crucial to your team's success. Even though they haven't had the greatest year on paper, finishing out strong will definitely leave a good note for next season.
Hunter McLean's shot is gloved by Mark Donati. As he saw it through traffic, it was a nice dish across from his right side. Hunter McLean, one of the 3 team captains for the Canalmen this year, along with James Kroll, Jackson Pomborg. He's got 1 goal and 9 assists this year. The Lakers able to win that one with Ian Nevins winning the draw. McLean holds it in at the blue line, goes to the left side. It's Cole Thomas feeding it down to Landon Hope. In the corner, got it away from Tobin. It's Kroll off the sideboards. Kelly on back. Clearance attempt won't go all the way down by Blanchard. Chance left side. Landon Hope redirecting, and it goes off to the side. Here's Kroll, couldn't connect with Thomas, and Hope's going to let it go to the point for McLean to take it. 30 seconds on the Canalmen power play. Hope back to the line. McLean across. Kelly back to McLean. Hunter McLean shot tipped, and it's a save by Donati. Thomas might have gotten a redirection on that one. Hope will take it. Spinning his way, going on the backhand, played it through. Thomas couldn't stick it down cleanly, gets it on back. Hope on the left side. Here comes Tobin applying the pressure. Cole Thomas, a nice stick drag. Working in the corner. Feeds it into the middle, and a nice save by Donati on James Kroll. That does it for the penalty. We're back to even strength. Kroll lost it, and a body going down, and a penalty coming up. James Kroll is going to go to the box as he knocked down the senior defender, Keith Tobin.
And that's a crucial penalty for Apponequet here, as the top dogs for Bourne were just out on a power play for 2 minutes. Now they have to get rest, so this is a good chance for Apponequet to get one on the board here.
James Kroll is the team leader in points this season. 9 goals, 17 assists. That makes it 26 in his career. He scored his 100th career point last week. And the faceoff's going to be on the left side of Jackson Pomborg here. The officials having a discussion now with both Coach Carpenito and Coach Farrington. So we're over 3 minutes into this one. Slap shot from the line. I don't know if it got redirected. That was a hard shot that went off the end boards. Francis on the left side, plays it off the board. Shot attempt. Might have gone through to Pomborg. That was Nevins who took it. And it's going to spring out of the zone. Nice sliding play that time by James Kirby. The senior Nate Peck, a lot of seniors up and down this Apponequet roster. Stepping in with steam, Pomborg will stare it aside off the netting and add a play. Well, Gabe, I was talking with you in the conference room up here before the game. This is a Bourne Canalmen side that's coming off of a tough 4-3 loss against Nantucket. That was a game in which they were outshot 24-14, only had 5 shots on goal in the first 2 periods combined. What has to be their mentality to get back into the win column today?
Their mentality has to be win at all costs here, and really just get as many shots on net on this goalie as you can, and just really try to take it to the Lakers here.
That was hope on that clearance. Nevins going back to the right side. A nice move by Braden Bogdan. Francis steps into the zone about halfway through the power play, but they got to reset. Nevins sends it down. Pomborg got out of the blue paint for the moment. And a nice reach by McLean to send it all the way down. This time Donati will come out to play it behind. Ian Nevins, cross ice. That's a nice pass over to the left. It's backhanded in by Tobin, and it takes a deflection, and it goes right behind off to the corner by the Bourne Canalman bench. Heads up for assistant coach Joe Coulter down there. The Apponequet Lakers in SEC play this year, 3-3. The Bourne Canalman 5-1-1. 42 seconds on the Apponequet power play. It comes out. Nice hustle here by Landon Hope to give it a chase. You got a touch on that, but it's going to be cut off right in front by Frias. Landon Hope gets some of that endurance and speed from soccer season, multi-sport athlete at Bourne High School, and a nice stick drag here by Frias. Turned it over and trying to find it was Thomas. He couldn't send it down. Redirected onto Pomborg. It's up to 4 saves now. Both Pomborg and Donati each seen 4 shots on goal, and might be a 5th one coming here for Bourne. A haul down here. Thomas trying to step to it right side. Thomas still going, had the stick raised, couldn't get through. Cole Thomas has scored 4 goals in his last 2 games. 2 goals in each of the ones against Sandwich and Nantucket. Nice move by Hunter McLean as the penalty's over. Thomas at the line will send it to the right corner. Taking it first will be Lachlan Sear, the sophomore defender. Off a body, Kroll tried to pick it up. Sear's going to take over, send it off his own man, and Ryan Orlando who will play it to neutral ice. Nice move by Hunter McLean. Will go on the backhand, looks to find Landon Hope as the Lakers are in the mix of a change. Frias picks it up. Turned over again. Nice step up. Kirby knocked down to the ice as he slid down. And here comes Nevin. Shoots it from the red line. Wide on the left side. Cody Blanchard, the freshman, down low. And he couldn't connect with Sam Kingman. Kingman scored his first career goal in the Prenda Cup tournament, which feels like ages ago, back in December. Right side, Hunter McLean walking in. The defender will give it a chase up the ice. Ronsky stepping up right side now. Deflected up by Gaziano. Off a skate, Charlie Seitz shoots it. Saved by Donati, spilled the rebound, and he has to lunge to cover that one up. But Carter, 6 minutes, 13 seconds in, we are seeing a lot of end-to-end action here.
Yeah, for sure, Keegan. Not a lot of high-quality shots, but definitely good defensive structure by both teams. And as this game progresses, I'm sure a lot of goals will be going in the back of net because both teams are hungry for a win here.
This one stick down by Ronsky as it goes off to the left side. 23 viewers on the live stream at home. We thank you for tuning into this one. Second line on here for the Canalman with the exception of Kirby on for Hope. Ronsky at the line, shoots it blocked in front, and the Canalman can counter the other way. Stepping over the middle is Kirby, who gets it into the zone. He picks it up on the right side, deflected off of Bogdan, nearly popped in front with a chance from Carpenito. Shot attempt was blocked as Seitz took it. Right side, it's Francis trying the self pass, and he's going to get to this one first. It looked like going to make the self pass on the second player. And here comes Sean Collins with it. Collins, left side, shoots one off the outside of the net, and the net is off its pegs. They're going to keep play going, though, for the moment. Carpenito helped out Drew Kelly. And now it's Keith Tobin. A funny bounce off of the red line, nearly fell for Nevins to take it. Won't connect that time if it makes it all the way, and it will, but the icing gets waved off about halfway through that blue line. Keith Tobin between the wickets of Carter Gettings. Kennefic couldn't hold it in. Frias trying to get an angle on McLean. Frias gets there first. Now McLean's got the better angle on it halfway through period 1. It's Tobin off the boards, off of a Canalman. Third line on here for Bourne with Gettings, Kelly, and Buckley. Andrew Kennefic will dump it in. And it's Sear to take it. Gettings gets to it for Bourne, look to find Buckley down low. And Sear's gonna get a step by Gettings. Lachlan Sear to the right side, looking for a touch by Blanchard. McLean spins out of trouble. I'm telling you, these Apponequet Lakers are doing some dangerous line changes out there. Tobin picks it up in his own defensive zone. Will step over the red line and into the zone. James Kroll picks it up. Had an option down the ice, which was Cole Thomas. Now we'll dish it to him on the right side. Cole Thomas shoots one, save made. Rebound picked up by Bourne. Kirby never got it away. Follow-up shot goes wide of the target by Apponequet. Thomas down low, controlling. Tried to fake it and it hopped over his stick. Bogdan battling with Kroll, and he's able to get it free to Owen Banks. Thomas will hold it in, shifts to the side on Kingman. Kroll deflected. Apponequet now in a battle. Banks played it ahead. Nice step up. Cole Thomas. Left side, Kroll has to retreat on back. Will backhand it over. Cole Thomas. Short angle across. They score! Ronan Kelly. Second goal of the season for the sophomore. Puts Bourne ahead 9 minutes in.
Great job there by Ronan Kelly, just finding his way into the slot, and a great pass by Cole Thomas just to find him, and finds his way past Donati.
Yeah, it was a really great second effort for Cole Thomas. He really put the set up that play for the Canalmen, and they put that one home.
For Ronan Kelly, second on the season, third goal of his high school career. For Cole Thomas, at the minimum, will be his 13th assist, so he matches his goal tally. And for him, his 26th career assists. Another waved off icing here. Ronan Kelly takes it in the back, plays it by Orlando. Sights the nice flick. Here comes Landon Hope off to the left side to Carpenito. Carpenito shoots one. It's gloved by Donati, and he'll hold it for a draw. But Gabe, you've heard me talk so many times on all of the other broadcasts that we do. The first goal, probably the most important one, to get that energy right back in your favor. How big do you think this first goal will be for Bourne tonight?
I mean, I think that was even bigger than we even can imagine right now, because this is a huge game to set that tone. Earlier in the first period, it's just going to be huge for the rest of the game.
It's Tobin off to the right side. Francis a nice flick to Peck. Those two connected on the overtime winner. Francis had the assist on that one. Was looking to find Peck again, and a nice move by Landon Hope as he's walking up past the red line. Early shot and goal tally right now. Bourne with 9 and make that 10. And Apponequet with 4. This Apponequet side actually consists of more students from Old Colony this year. 14 go to Old Colony, 9 go to Apponequet. Now, Carter, you guys are a part of a co-op overall. This Apponequet side, they've got more players from another school that are wearing another school's jersey. How hard do you think it is for these guys to mesh together? I know we're at game number 17 of the season, but how hard is it for these players to come together and unite as one when you don't see each other all day?
Yeah, for sure, Keegan. It's definitely tough to create locker room chemistry, like you said, when we're not at school all day together, but I think this year for us, we just found a way. We have to bond in the locker room, create conversation, and that's going to ultimately lead to better things on and off the ice.
You guys do it well, though. You got a couple of schools that co-op together. That's Nevins coming in, a save by Pomborg, and the rebound will be picked up by Apponequet. Back to neutral ice it goes. Lachlan Sear off to the left side to Jack Ronsky. Kingman stepping in, lost it, and here comes Ben Buckley with it. Ben Buckley for the Canalmen, a sophomore, still looking for his first career goal. Apponequet with under 4 minutes to go in the first, a little bit too far for Buckley that time. Sear will send it down and around. Pomborg out of the crease will leave it short. That was dangerous. Gaziano was trying to get a step in there. That one will connect with Cole Thomas after a couple deflections. Thomas coming in. Short side will go down behind. Thomas out to the line. McLean shot tipped and a save by Donati. That was a good save there, standing strong as James Kroll had the tip, looking for his 10th goal there.
Great tip there in front, and Donati, great job there tracking the puck. It's tough to track those tip pucks from the point, but great job there by Donati to not only make the save but cover it up to prevent any more rebounds.
I think right now this is just a really domination by Bourne in this first period. So let's see if Apponequet bring it back or just see if Bourne's going to keep taking it.
Kirby left it for Cole Thomas, and another strong save by Mark Donati. Well, guys, I got to ask you this question, and we'll do it as like a what-if question. Yeah, Mark Donati has really been standing strong. First goal he gave up, not really his fault at all. You get a guy off the bench that saved 58 out of 61 just 2 days ago. Sometimes they say ride the hot hand. Sometimes they'll switch it up, give one guy some rest. What do you think we're going to see from Coach Farrington as this game progresses maybe into the second or third? Do you think they keep that same strategy, maybe go to Tobin? Or do you say keep it with Donati, let him ride out there?
I think Donati, honestly, because he was incredibly hot against us last game. He stopped every really great chance we had against him, and he's on his game right now, so I don't see why they would take him out.
Carter, you got any input on that?
It's very tough to choose, especially when you have two good goalies in between the pipes. It's just really that goes to how the game's going, how is it progressing? Is Donati tired? Is Donati taking so many shots that he wants to get changed? But as of right now, Donati's strong in between the pipes, and I'm sure they'll keep him for at least 2 more periods. I know, as you said before, Keegan, that Tobin might get a chance in the third because of senior day.
Face off at center dot. Hope's going to step into the zone. Made a body fall. His shot blocking away. The rebound never got all the way through by Carpenito. Carpenito decked down to the ice really hard by Jack Ronsky that time. To the right side it goes. Frias. And a tie-up now with McLean, and he walks away with it. Frias will get a step into the zone with this one. He fanned on the shot, and it goes wide on the right. 2:10 to go, period 1. 1-0 Bourne over Apponequet on a goal by Ronan Kelly. Ronsky holds it in. He shoots one, a save by Pomborg. The rebound picked up by Bourne, sent down 200 feet for an icing. Oh, we have a second. Let's take a look at the next games coming up for both teams. Apponequet's got another South Coast Conference game coming up on Sunday. That'll be their final one. 3:30 on the road at Old Rochester at Tabor Academy. Bourne's next game is their senior night, Saturday, Valentine's Day, February 14th, 6 o'clock against the Dennis Yarmouth Dolphins. Jed Strode and I will be there for that one as Nate Peck steps in, got by Kirby, and plays it on by Collins. Collins, the former goalie, is there first, off to James Kroll. The cross-ice pass works well. Thomas knocked away at the last second by the senior Bogdan. Kroll has a step looking to find Thomas, and it missed a Apponequet stick, and Bogdan. Tobin's there first. Collins having some trouble, a little bit too far for Greg Francis to catch up. There's a deflection off a Lakers stick. Went off of Kroll as well, and it's going to be sent down. Pomborg leaves it with 1:15 on the clock in period 1. James Kroll back behind. Orlando trying to pick it up here for Apponequet, but he can't. Dangerous here from Ronan Kelly. I got to tell you, Ronan Kelly, just watching the last few Canalman games, probably has been their top player lately if you had to pick one. It's Cole Thomas working with it behind the cage. Defended by Sear. Kirby picks it up in front, still loose, and the backhand goes wide by Kroll. Kirby hit hard by Ryan Orlando, the multi-sport athlete, part of football and lacrosse over at Old Colony. That's going to connect with James Kroll, left side. Kroll's shot deflected off to the corner. Orlando will play it out of the zone. Hunter McLean's waiting for it with 25 seconds. Kroll taps it in. Thomas gets it to himself. His shot attempt just goes right through the crease and wide. McLean over to Landon Hope. Still got some time to work with. Maybe get one more chance. Kroll couldn't get it by Nevins, and it's going to come out of the zone. Ronan Kelly gets a neutral ice with 5. Hunter McLean with 2. A bouncing puck misses the frame of Donati, and that'll do it for period 1. 1-0 Bourne over Apponequet through 15 minutes of play. The shot and goal tally. Bourne with 13 and Apponequet with 6. Gabe Carter, what did you like in that first period overall? What do you want to see different in the second?
I mean, I really like the intensity on both sides. I mean, everyone on the ice right now really knows what this game means, and it shows because this game is really, really like fast. And differently, I don't know. I like it. It's a good game. It's a fun game to watch. Carter?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot to watch in that period. It was really the most main point I saw was Bourne's offensive zone possession. I mean, it was definitely outstanding, and all Apponequet do could just chip pucks out into the neutral zone and regroup on defense. So what Apponequet has to do is they have to try and get more and more offensive possession because it looks like they're just getting tired out in the defensive zone.
I got to say, great input. You two play in the SEC. You guys are a part of the team, so you guys know exactly what you guys are talking about. So it's great that we have you guys here for this game. Fans at home, you guys know this works. Live stream audience, we're going to take 9 minutes, go to the internal mic. Second period coming up then. Tape delay audience, 1 second break, and we'll be back right after this.
Good. Thank you. Have a good one. Have a good one. Have a good one. Have a good one, guys. You staying? Yeah. All right. Flying with me? I haven't done mine. Yeah. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'm coming right back. Yeah, I'm gonna come.
Back inside the Driscoll Arena here in Fall River, Massachusetts, about ready to start period number 2 in tonight's South Coast Conference high school ice hockey matchup between the Bourne Canalmen and the Apponequet Lakers. 1-0 Bourne is the score through 15 minutes of play. Ronan Kelly got the goal about halfway through that first period. We originally credited Cole Thomas with the assist, but after watching the film back during intermission, James Kroll is going to get an assist on that one too, and for him that'll be his 18th assist of the season. We thank you for joining us on any of our feeds, including our YouTube live stream. Keegan Hambla on commentary, Ed Strode running the camera. We had Carter Sylvia, Gabe Gonzalez joining us in period 1. Gabe's gone, but Carter's still with us, hopefully for the rest of the way. Carter, I know we touched upon it at the end of that first period, what we liked, what we want to see different. How do you think the pace of the game is going so far? Because we know the stakes for Bourne for this game today. How do you think they're living up to their game expectations that they should have come in with today?
Yeah, I mean, they're living up to their expectations and more, Keegan. I mean, the amount of shots and overall offensive pressure they had in the game was definitely impressive. And for Apponequet, they really got to start to wake up here because they really have a chance to do something special of their own and keep the SEC championship in the Raiders' hands.
For the Apponequet side, they had a good amount of shots on goal. That first period, they had 6. They're going to keep Mark Donati out there to start off period number 2. The signature stick bang going on from the Canalmen right now. And again, a packed house here today. It's senior night for the Apponequet Lakers. A whole bunch of them up and down the roster. Period 2 underway. Apponequet's going to control first, and it's going to be sent down on the right side, and that's going to be a quick icing 7 seconds into period number 2. Now, with these Apponequet rushes, a lot of them have maybe been outside shots that they've been getting. They haven't really been attacking Pomborg that close. How do you think they should change that? Should they just read the defense better, hold the puck longer? What do you think they should do to get better shots on Pomborg?
They really have to stretch the Bourne defensive out. They really have to allow the defense to go near the boards or spread out around the dot so that way they can have players rush into the net and get rebound goals.
Here comes Frias, a good step, holds it up, trying to get back to it. He left it short, and Nevins going to walk further with it. Frias gets a poke in front of Kroll. Nevins takes over, cutting to the middle. His shot attempt, and it goes just wide. Got redirected by Cody Blanchard at the last second. Hunter McLean behind the net, goes to the left side, tape to Thomas. Thomas avoids the takedown, can't connect with James Kroll, and Bogdan lets that one go for an icing. But boy, oh boy, Carter, 44 seconds in. What a chance there by Cody Blanchard.
Pretty much what I said, Keegan. Get players to the net and get shots in the net, and that's what they did, and that puck just went wide past the left post.
Face off on the left side of Pomborg. Hope wins it against Peck. Here's McLean. Trapped. Peck frees it, but turns it right back over. Carpenito with the touch there from Hope. Hope's going to go the other way, 2-on-1 with Seitz. Hope holding across, and he couldn't connect with Seitz. He picks it up as he almost stumbled down to the ice. Played on back, it's too far for Wronski. McLean looks to hold it in at the point, which he does. Battling 1-on-2. Seitz can't get the stick down. Lachlan Sear takes over for Apponequet. Plays it beautifully, looking to find Francis. It's a delayed offside here. Took a while for that arm to go up. McLean to the right to Hope. Seitz tapped it a little bit further. Donati has to leave it short. Now a tight race to it. Kennefic gets there first. Beat Orlando to the puck. Sear can't connect with Francis. The deflection, no icing here. Andrew Kennefic will start the rush up on the right side. Kennefic goes to the left, looking to play it off the boards to Buckley. Gaziano deflected it. Seitz trying to hold it in. There was a kick in there, and it comes back right about to the red line. McLean fanned on the shot attempt, and it goes right between the wickets. Buckley looking to pick it up. It wasn't there. Sent down. That's going to be an icing. But Carter, a couple good rushes to start period number 2 from both sides.
Yeah, it's definitely been a more even game to start in this second period. And for Apponequet, that you got to like that, especially how you were dominated in the first. It's good to come out with more intensity.
Donati has the face-off on his right side, which is battled for, and it goes by Ronan Kelly, and we're going to do it all over again, the same spot. Frank Carpenito for the Bourne Canalmen. This is his 8th season at the helm. Took over for Tom Welch in February of 2018. So that last time that they won the South Coast Conference was his first full season in charge. What a moment it would be for him if he can do it on the road today. And Kelly has to go retreat on back. Too far for Carter Gettings that time. Got to talk with him about what it would mean to win the SEC and clinch their spot in the state tournament at what would be the same time. It's been a while since they've won it. They made the state tournament the last couple of years. He said it would be great for the team, but especially for the seniors who have been part of the team for a while. The players put this as a goal. He said it would be great to check off steps 1 and 2 off the list in the same game. And Carter, when you look at the Bourne Canalmen, who over the years in your high school playing career have really been 2nd and 3rd overall the last few seasons to your guys, how great do you think it would be if they can win or tie this game to get over that hump and take the trophy?
I mean, for them, it's definitely a huge win. I mean, obviously, the Raiders and myself have been very dominant in the SEC. So even though it leaves a salty taste in my mouth that might not win the SEC, I'm just happy that at least the Bourne Canalmen can win it because they've always been so competitive in the SEC.
We were talking before the game too, and you were saying it too. There's no more co-champs anymore, according to your knowledge. So this is just one team's going to get it. And if somehow they tie, apparently it goes to the strength of schedule. Is that what you were saying to me pregame?
Yeah, Keegan. So if Bourne loses, it goes to the strength of schedule, which would not go in their favor. So it's actually a huge game, huge tie or win here for the Bourne Canalmen.
Pomborg makes a save on that one, and here comes Thomas going up the middle. Cole Thomas's shot goes high off the boards and nearly popped right in front of Donati. Kirby trying to chase Nevins to it, but Nevins gets control with 11:20 to go, and that one's going to be right on to Jackson Pomborg, who will stick it off to the right side, and that's a good pass there. Kirby to Thomas, and he let that one go. It goes over the glove of James Kroll. Sean Collins will take it. Kelly will play it on back, looking to find Kroll. Leaves it short again for Collins, avoided the hit from Orlando. A nice collision in the back with Peck and Collins. Ronan Kelly to James Kirby, up to James Kroll. Kroll enters the zone, puck bounced over his stick again. Deflected out, Collins has it and will send it down. Carter, you know from playing on this ice for 4 years in high school, there's a lot of funny ruts on the ice, and that puck can really bounce anywhere, and especially behind Pomborg's net.
Yeah, it's definitely dangerous, especially behind the Zamboni door net. Like you said, Keegan, those bounces are very unpredictable, and that can benefit or hurt you depending on what side of the ice your goaltender's on.
Donati makes another save as Hunter McLean took the shot running in. Well, we always got to give love to the senior members for Apponequet, their senior members this year. Nate Tobin, Mark Donati, Ryan Orlando, Greg Francis, Keith Tobin, Nate Peck, Owen Banks, Braden Bogdan, Gavin Gaziano, and Jack Sanford, all honored before the game today. Tie up on the draw. Nevins will eventually get to it. Sear looking to play it down and around. Backhand by Carpenito. Finds Charlie Seitz. Carpenito again taking over on the backhand. Pressured hard. Frias goes between the legs. Seitz is going to pick it up here. Try to get it over to Hope. Hope will get there first. At the point, McLean down low. Seitz fed it across. Kennefic can't hold it in. Delayed offside as Kennefic just sent it back into the zone. Seitz gets the stick down, a couple of touches, and Carpenito finds it after he received it from Seitz. His shot, save, rebound. They couldn't catch up to it. Kennefic can't hold it in, and now a chance the other way, but it's going to be broken up quickly in the middle by Hope. Hunter McLean off to the right side with 9:25 to go in the second. Nice hit by Frias. Frias got a touch in there. Hope working on the backhand nicely. The junior off a glove. Held in by Lachlan or Cody Blanchard, and here comes Hope. Hope a good move. Knocked down to the ice as he was trying to get the shot away by Kingman. McLean shoots one, and it goes wide. Buckley to Kennefic, deflected wide of the target. Seitz will battle in the corner, went off of his stick. Kingman trying to get it out, still battled for. Kingman finds it and will get it to the red line where Kennefic's waiting for it. Kennefic walking into the zone, nudged off by two Lakers. Buckley pokes it ahead, and he's decked into the end boards by Ian Nevins. It pops in front, nobody's there in purple. To the left side now. Drew Kelly's shot didn't miss by much. Rebound picked up by Kennefic. Kennefic deflected. He was trying to send it through. Andrew Kennefic had an assist in that 4-3 loss against Nantucket. That came on the second goal. His shot attempt went off of a skate, and it was followed up by Cole Thomas at the blue line. That was goal number 2 in that one. Oh, Carter, 6:45 into period 2. Apponequet in this period, only 2 shots on goal. They got to get some more. That's not going to help them win or even tie a game.
Yeah, for sure, Keegan. And I think Bourne brought the pressure onto Apponequet. Not really much in the first 2 minutes of the game, but definitely in the past 4 or 5 minutes or so, they've definitely played at an elite level, and that's why they've kind of had the pace on their side for most of the game.
Kelly plays it down, spinning his way. Was Buckley. Kelly trying to center it. Buckley at the near post, wouldn't go. Buckley pokes it back. Drew Kelly down low. Donati get a piece of that one, and he's got it. And he covers it for the face-off. The Bourne Canalman this year, I know we talk so high of Jackson Pomborg. It's an interesting stat this year because Bourne's 8-7-2. He's got 6 shutouts, so whenever he doesn't have a shutout, they're 2-7-2. I think that shows just how much they rely on a strong goaltender like him.
And he's been the cornerstone of their goaltending department since Pomborg was in 8th grade, so it's great to see how much he's grown as a goaltender and how he'll grow for the rest of his career.
A doorstep chance, wouldn't fall for Cole Thomas. He had a bird's eye view, and now a dangerous turnover. Francis coming in, his shot scores! Greg Francis ties it up! That was a quick counter the other way. There's a lot of stuff you gotta like about that one, Carter.
Yeah, great job there by Francis. Kind of catching Pomborg off out of position there. Pomborg kind of cheating towards his glove side, leaving that low blocker wide open, and great pick by Francis on that low blocker side.
It comes at the exact halfway point of this game. 7:30 in the second, the time of the goal, and that's a big one to make this a tied game. Hope's just gonna dump it in. It takes a favorable bounce, but it's cut off quickly by Tobin. Carpenito. Tobin trying to take over. Carpenito got back to the puck, and Tobin's able to walk away with it. Ronsky will dump it into the zone. Kennefic's there for Bourne. The team leader in goals, Greg Francis. I know we don't have an updated stat tally, but he's still the team leader. As Landon Hope comes in on the stick drag, knocked away by Tobin. Pops into the middle. Carpenito on the backhand. A nice save by Donati, and he covers up the rebound as it got poked right back to him. I mean, I hope you have the same feeling on Saturday, but how big is it when you're a senior to score on senior night? And for a team where goals have been really hard to come by this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a special feeling, especially against probably the best goalie in the SEC. So definitely a special moment there for Greg Francis, and puts his team tied 1-1 in a game where they've been outplayed.
McLean feeds it to Carpenito back across, and he couldn't get the stick down in time. Might have been cut off by a Laker in the mix. That was a beautiful chance. Frias leaves it short, off of Hope, looking to send it back for Carpenito. He sticks it down cleanly. Carpenito still going around in front, try to get it to Hope. A bouncing puck will go to the Canalman defensive zone. Kennefic, who's been out there a long time, a lot of open ice, and he goes to the right side. Hope at the red line, back on to Kennefic. Another turnover. Nevins taking it, his shot blocked off McLean. Kingman gets to it on the right side. Hope's going to take over, and they got numbers. An on-man rush. Hope stepping in with Buckley and Carpenito. He leaves it for Carpenito, and shot scores! Frank Carpenito got it under the pad of Mark Donati. The Canalmen are back in front. Oh, Carter, that took 1:42 to respond. Bourne is back ahead.
Yeah, great shot there by Carpenito. Kind of catching Tobin off guard. Tobin had his own defenseman, looked like he was coming in through the slot, kind of screening him, so he took the right shot just above the pad, below the glove, and that's a great shot there, and that puts the Bourne Canalmen up 2-1.
For Frank Carpenito, that'll be his 4th goal of the season, the 4th goal of his career. as well. That's a big one for the sophomore. Apponequet looking to equalize again. Orlando coming in, never got it through to Palmborg. He found it through traffic. We'll credit him with the save. Ronan Kelly just has to send it away and down for an icing. But I'm telling you, both of these teams are flying all over the ice.
Yeah, great little response there by the Lakers. I mean, even though they didn't score, they got net pressure, and that's what you need to score goals. And on this shift, I can feel another goal coming.
Landon Hope is definitely going to get credit for an assist on that one. I can't wait to watch film back during intermission. This is going to be some fun film to watch just on those goal setups. And here comes Kroll again for Bourne to the right side to Thomas. Back across, and Kroll couldn't poke it. Net was vacated. Another chance in front wouldn't go as Donati got a save in the mix. Ronan Kelly yet again over the middle. Missed Thomas. That's an icing if it goes down, and it will just barely. Lachlan Sear let it go, and I mean, that's a high IQ play because the high school icing rules a little bit different. Sometimes it depends if you touch it or not, if you can try to make it a touch or not, or even if you win the race to the puck. If it goes all the way down, they're going to call it an icing.
Yeah, and Keegan, those icings can be really crucial in the game, especially if the ref doesn't make the right call in your eyes. It can really affect how the team plays the rest of the game. I mean, you could have a crucial icing call that maybe shouldn't have been an icing.
Turnover, and that one is put wide of the target. I think it was Frias who got on the end of that one. Cut off by Kroll, and Nevin's got it on back. And Nevin's going to send it down this time. Backhanded to the other side, taken over by Frias. Collins now in a tie-up. Nevin's missed it. Thomas over the middle. Here comes James Kroll. Thomas breaking on that right side with Kirby. Kroll still holding on. His shot saved. Donati rebound. They almost got to that one. It's going to end up on the right side. The backhand goes down from Kirby. Picked up for the moment by Thomas, and it springs free to Frias. Collins will handle it cleanly. Kelly back to Kirby. Flick by Thomas comes out, and Kirby just has to send it in on a delayed offside as Kroll was in the zone. Nevins plays it down. Collins will take it. Held in at the line for the moment by Kingman. Battled for at the red line. Kirby with the step, knocked down to the ice. No arm going to go up. Didn't look like a lot of contact from Gaziano that time in the middle. Ronan Kelly stepping up. He's already got a goal today. His shot off to Noddy and picked up on his right side. Fan pass attempt. Carpenito too far for Landon Hope that time. Wronski couldn't get an angle on it. Hope to the line. Andrew Kennefic, his shot got deflected as it ended up on the right side. Kingman taking over. McLean doing a good job keeping it in. Hunter McLean's shot goes high. Might have gotten a piece of the glove of Donati. Nice deck down. Stumbling down was Wronski. Hope's in the middle waiting for it. Short angle try save Donati as Carpenito unleashed that one. Sent down the ice, that'll be an icing. And this isn't the only matchup between these two schools this week. Coming up on Friday, Bourne and Apponequet boys basketball will be going at it at Bourne High School in that South Coast Conference crossover game. 6:30 will be the varsity tip-off for that one, as this week and next week, the final 2 weeks of the winter sports regular season, and then it's state tournament time. And it feels like it just went by so quick this year, Carter. It's only 2 months that you get playing games. Next thing you know, you're going into March and playing in state tournaments.
Yeah, it's definitely probably the quickest season of sports in high school sports. So definitely, it sucks that it's ending really soon, but it's definitely been a positive up and down season for a lot of teams around here.
Peck with the backhand down. That was a good chance by Orlando, who was waiting to get it again. Francis tied up with Hunter McLean. James Kroll beats Nate Peck to it. Peck frees it, got it in front, stick down by Kirby. Taken over. Francis tried to get a shot away, and he did. Kroll got the stick down in time as Orlando was waiting for it for Apponequet. He'll play it off the boards. Can't connect with Thomas with just over 2 to go in period 2. 2-1 Bourne over Apponequet. Again, if Bourne wins or ties, they take the South Coast Conference first time in 7 years. If Bourne wins, then they clinch their spot in the state tournament. Orlando can't beat Kennefic. Thomas will back off of Keith Tobin as he leaves it short. Good win back here, twice by Thomas. His shot attempt off the boards again. Kennefic racing to the right side. Tried to send it down, just leveled down a man. Got it on out, Thomas. Still weaving his way into the middle. Cole Thomas back across. Shot attempt wouldn't go from Landon Hope. Back into the middle. Donati did a good job to get it with the glove. And it's sent down yet again for another Apponequet Laker icing. I mean, that one right there, Carter, just seemed like Apponequet was just desperate to get that puck out of the zone.
Yeah, they've really been doing a nice, even though they've been giving up a lot of shots in this game, they're doing a nice just crowding in front of the net, not allowing shots to get in when in the slot. So, and also great job there by Cole Thomas surveying the defense, looking for open spots and finding his partner and teammate backdoor and nearly scored a goal.
25-10 the shots right now on goal in favor of Bourne. Sights knocked down to the ice by Ian Nevins that time. Under a minute to go. Blanchard tried to leave it. Shot attempt went off the mask of Pomborg. It wouldn't have counted. It was a delayed offside either way. McLean's there first for the Canalman. Off the sideboards. Carpenito can't go up cleanly. Pomborg's got to make another save. That was a dangerous rebound. Blanchard was just trying to get a little bit further back on the ice though. Carpenito to Landon Hope. On the short angle, cuts it back with half a minute. Try to play it to himself, Carpenito picks it up. Seitz can't get a stick down, Bogdan will chase it with Hope. Braden Bogdan to the right side. Flicked up but not out. McLean doing a good job holding it in with his skate. It gets by Frankie Carpenito. And Ronan Kelly regathers with 10 seconds. Maybe one more chance, another shot on goal if they can get it in time. And maybe it's going to go the other way. Blanchard leaves it. 3 seconds on the clock. Shot attempt saved. Pomborg gave up the rebound. McLean will pick it up as the attempt came from Owen Banks. Shots on goal now through 2 periods. Bourne with 25 and Apponequet with 13. Carter, I know you're rooting for Apponequet in this one. 15 minutes. They need a goal at least to potentially force overtime. They would need at least 2 goals to keep you guys on the hunt for the SAC. What do you think the talk is going to be in the locker room from Coach Farrington going into the third?
It just has to be. I mean, they're doing a great job of getting pucks out of the zone. It's just they can't allow players to walk up and down the slot and just allowing them to take shots from the outside as well. So they really have to also force turnovers in the neutral zone and the offensive zone to get odd man breaks, because that's how they scored their first goal early in the second period.
2-1 Bourne through 30 minutes of play. Live stream audience, we're going to take 9 minutes again. We'll be back for period 3 at about, let's check the time, 6:24 is about when we'll be back for that. Tape delay audience, 1 second, fade to black, third period coming up soon.
Good. Careful. Saturday's game, right?
What time?
6.
Yeah. The reason right now I know they shouldn't.
Back inside Driscoll Arena here in Fall River, Massachusetts, as period 3 is about to begin in tonight's South Coast Conference High School ice hockey matchup between the Bourne Canalmen and the Apponequet Lakers. 2-1 Bourne is the score through 30 minutes. The goal scorers tonight. Ronan Kelly got the goal scoring going for the Canalmen first. Greg Francis tied it up on a rush. If you're watching on our feed, it was on the left side. And Frank Carpenito gave Bourne the lead back just under 2 minutes after that Francis goal. Keegan Amblett alongside Carter Selvey on commentary. Ed Strode running the camera. Carter, the shots on goal, it's about a 2-to-1 ratio right now. Bourne's flying everywhere on the ice, but Apponequet, they're going to put their backup goalie in, Nate Tobin Sr., who had a great showing on Monday. He's going to be the backbone to try to preserve this one-goal deficit for now to maybe get an equalizer.
Yeah, Apponequet just needs to get pucks to the net at all costs, and with Tobin in the net, they're going to feel maybe more confident that they can win this game just because of how well he played on Monday.
Once again, Apponequet's in white, Bourne's in purple. Kroll's going to take over here, and he's going to play it off the boards to Thomas. Back across, and Kroll couldn't tap it in. It's about the second or third good look that Kroll's had an open end. He couldn't get the stick down in time, or he just missed it and mishit the tap. Bogdan on the left side, deflected. Blanchard will play it up, left short. It's Nevins going by Kroll. Kelly helping him out defensively. One-time shot goes off the boards, off to the right side. Tobin and Francis there on the right. It was Francis who ended up taking it. Off the boards, James Kroll will take it, defended by Tobin. He'll put it intentionally wide. Looking to catch up to the rebound is Kirby. Nevins with the backhand, got it by Blanchard, and getting decked to the ice by Nevins was Kirby. Thomas enters in. Tobin with the stick tied up on Cole Thomas. That'll work for Landon Hope to pick it up. Francis going to take over. Off of sights, back down by Hope. Keith Tobin dangerously in front of Tobin. Orlando left side, picked up by Kennefic. And Sights able to get it in the corner. Here's Nate Peck. Nearly lost it against Landon Hope. Turned over, picked up by Carpenito into the middle. Unable to get it cleanly with Sights. Deflected, almost came right in front. Orlando off to the right side, and it comes out of the zone. McLean has to leave it on back for Kennefic. Kennefic, an arm in the face as the puck gets deflected right into the Bourne Canalmen bench and out of play. Well, under 2 minutes into period 3, what are you liking so far from both teams coming out of the locker room?
I definitely like Bourne's energy to start this game. I mean, almost a backdoor feed from nice pass from Cole Thomas, and it's kind of been similar to how the whole game's really been. It's been mostly Bourne having most offensive possession and controlling the game.
Face-off will be at center ice with Kingman taking it against Landon Hope. Ronski up, Carpenito got the stick down. He has to loft it up. That one's high, and it goes over the frame nearly up here to us. Had a couple of pucks up here. Haven't caught one yet this season, though. Lachlan Sear to the left side, gets by one. Lachlan Sear over the red line, taps it in. Collins with the stick down. Banks couldn't get it cleanly. Off to the left side. It took a hop. Ronski back out. Ronan Kelly circling his way to Carpenito, leaves it short at Sights. Sights is shot, and a nice save by Tobin. He kicked it off to the right side. Picked up in the corner. Out to the line, shot attempt. Save Tobin, dangerous rebound. He got that one off the end of his skate. The wraparound by Carpenito, want to go. Back across, they score! It's Landon Hope, 3-1 Canalmen.
Yeah, a lot of traffic in front there, in front of Tobin, and really not a lot he can do to handle that puck. And great job there by the Bourne Canalmen now with a 3-1 lead. But Keegan, 3-1 leads can be evaporated in an instant, as an evident on Monday when we lost to Apponequet.
We've had a history of 3-1 leads that have taken place in this building. Remember your freshman year. DRS was up 3-1 with 2.5 to go. You guys came back, 3 goals. Luke Govin won it at the buzzer, and that game pretty much decided the SEC that year. So this thing is far from over, but for Landon Hope, that'll be his 9th goal of the season. That's a big one to double the lead as we hit 12 minutes to go. Gettings will send it down. Tobin and Kelly have the puck tied up in their skates. Tobin tried to kick it. It's right in between. It looks like Kelly's got the angle, and Buckley's able to find it out to McLean, who fanned on it, and it's going to be walked out the other way by Frias. Frias stepping in with Nevins. Tried the stick drag, knocked down a man, and we have a Canalman player down on the ice, and another late fall as well as Gettings tripped up a man with 11:39 to go. I'm going to pan the camera away for a second, but we'll keep the stream and the commentary going, and that is good to see Andrew Kenefick up on his own power. And we know Andrew Kenefick a little bit. Great guy overall. Transferred from Old Rochester. He's been doing a great job here with Bourne as a junior. He's just one of those guys that you want to have on your team, maybe in that kind of leadership role.
Yeah, what I've noticed was the best part of his game is he's a great defensive defenseman, really just solid on the defensive side of the puck, and that's what that's why Bourne's had so much success this year, was a lot because of Kenefick's play on defense.
Out of that quick injury, Ronsky behind the red line, lost it, picked up by James Kroll. Maybe a 2-on-1. Kroll fed it across to Thomas, and he couldn't stick it down cleanly. Thomas gets to it, behind the net again, back up top to the line. Collins looking for a tip, and it was there, poked at by Kroll, nudged away off the puck by Orlando, and it's going to counter the other way. Kingman to the right side. This is Francis with it, shoots one, and a save by Pomborg. Picked up by Collins. And regathered by Kroll, leaves it short. Thomas got it by 1. And Tobin back to the left side. Bogdan up the ice. Kingman will send it down. Pomborg out of the net again. Ronan Kelly, a dangerous pass over to the right side. Collins is going to take it, looking to find Thomas. He got the puck by Frias. Thomas going to step in with a good amount of steam. Cole Thomas tried to feed it across. It got blocked. Nevins going the other way. We're going end to end now. Most important game of the SEC calendar, potentially so far, and it's put just wide. Behind Thomas that time, and it's going to go back in by Greg Francis. Carter, I'm telling you, probably had a gasp right there. The net was wide open. Pomborg was going to his left, and the net was open on that left side.
And for Pomborg, he hasn't faced a real intense shot in a while here in this game, so that was kind of a heart-beating moment there for him.
Hope able to pick it up as Thomas was looking to pass it to him. Sandwich like an ice cream sandwich in the corner. Back in front, Seitz played off the stick of Tobin. And here comes Blanchard with it. Blanchard tried to get it back to Frias. It wasn't there. Seitz has it. He'll play it out of the zone. Too far for Ronsky. Left short, Landon Hope down low. Carpenito tried to find Seitz, and he's knocked down by Tobin. Boy, Carpenito is taking a beating down there. He got wrecked after he already fell down. It's redirected on frame by Landon Hope, and he'll hold it for the faceoff. And nice sportsmanship moment there with Landon Hope and Nate Tobin.
Yeah, Landon Hope's definitely had a great game here. I mean, with that goal earlier, and Tobin, since coming in, has done a great job. I mean, that one goal he let up really wasn't his fault, so definitely good job by both players here today.
Nice move by McLean at the line. Leaves it short. A one-time shot by Hope is saved by Tobin. The rebound not cleared all the way out. McLean back into the middle. Seitz right side. Back in. His shot goes wide. Landon Hope able to pick it up again behind the net with 9:15 to go. Hope in front off of Seitz, and it's put wide by Carpenito. A lot of great chances. Still only one goal here in the third. Peck to the right side. That's Francis. He's got an angle. Greg Francis already got one. Feeds it across, and it's tipped wide of the target by Orlando. Here comes Hope again over the red line. Plays it into the zone, trying to get an angle on Sear. Made the nudge on him. Ronsky behind. Knocked away by Carpenito. Francis picks it up, looking to find Peck. Got deflected by him. McLean leaves it short. That's played up nicely and quickly by Kenefick. Sent down the ice. And we get a whistle and a stoppage of play, and I think a penalty got called against Greg Francis. Let's see what the arm signal is here. An elbow call, look like?
Looked like a rough Keegan, and it was just really after that hit on Buckley, he kind of just gave him a little cross check after, and that extracurricular stuff can really hurt you in a game like this. Yeah,
that just showed how bad my hockey IQ is. I didn't know what that signal was. Either way, that is a tough blow for Apponequet, one of your best players, if not your best player, going to the box for maybe 2 minutes.
And as I said, Keegan, those extracurricular type of stuff can really hurt you in a game like this, especially when your best player is in the box.
Big power play here for the Canalmen. They might be able to put the game away if they can get one more goal in this 2-minute sequence. That's McLean stepping in on his right side. Back to the line. Landon Hope feeds it across. Cole Thomas. Thomas in the middle. Shot attempt goes just high. Bogdan able to pick it up and will send it down. Pomborg will leave it for Ronan Kelly to take it. To the right side. And we get a whistle. Might have been offside at the line. Landon Hope had a step. Landon Hope working on a 2-point evening so far. If you had to pick a player of the game so far, he's definitely in the running for it.
Yeah, him or Cole Thomas have been really good here tonight, and that's why they're up in this game. Those two players, the two catalysts, the two also captains, have been just impressive to watch here tonight.
Hey, there's a reason why they're alternate captains. It's not about getting on the score sheet. It's just about making the plays and being that leader on the ice. And it is Hope looking to find Thomas that time. Peck caught up as he stumbles down. Tobin got a stick in there. Kroll back to the right side. Kroll holding it up. Left it short. Ronan Kelly shoots one just high. McLean waiting for it on the other side. Plays into the middle. James Kroll up top. Defended by Peck. Kroll still walking in on his left. Leaves it for Cole Thomas. Thomas waiting. Peck defending. McLean has an angle. Down low to Kroll. Kroll's going in front and it's put high. Might have taken a touch off of Bogdan. Hope had it go on a funny bounce. He picks it up. His pass attempt and it goes on the other side. Half a minute to go on the power play. Taken over by the Lakers. Cody Blanchard will send the bouncing puck all the way down. Kelly again. Hope's got it at the red line. Into the middle. Cole Thomas. Back to the point. Fed down low. Landon Hope looking to find it on the backhand. Blocked in front. Knocked away by Vronsky. And it's just going to be slapped down the ice. Well, not that many shots on goal from Bourne in that power play attempt, but Apponequet, 3 big clearances in those last 2 minutes.
Yeah, Apponequet, great kill. They're really clogging up the middle, not allowing any shots in the slot, and that's why they forced Bourne to keep that puck to the outside and not really a lot of shots down that power play, like you said, Keegan.
Kroll back to Kennefic. That one blocked, and that one stung one of the Lakers players. That was Nevins, and Tobin finds it on the second attempt as he holds it for a face-off. Once again, next game's coming up for both sides. The Apponequet Lakers will be at Old Rochester. That's at Tabor Academy, Sunday, February 15th at 3:30. Bourne Canalmen back at home at the John Gallo Ice Arena for their final 2 regular season games. Saturday, 6 o'clock is the next one against the Dennis Yarmouth Dolphins. That will also be senior night. Yeah, we'll see who's on PA for that one. The typical PA announcer is the father of senior captain Hunter McLean. So who knows, maybe AD Kristen Alexander will take over on that. I know she's watching the stream right now. Kennefic will send it in. It gets by Peck. Vronsky deflected. Carpenito taken over. Back into the middle. Seitz fanned on the shot, and here it comes the other way. This is Greg Francis stepping up 1-on-2 as Orlando coming in with them, but he lost it in a skate of the Canalmen. Seitz off another skate. Backhanded in again. Taken over here. Chance, and Francis couldn't walk up, and a knockdown with 2 bodies going down. Francis and McLean. Kirby's going to step up on his own with 5:20 to go in regulation. Bourne's up 2. He'll send it around the boards, looking to find Carpenito on the other side. Got to it in front of Tobin. Francis looking to take over. Seitz leaves it for McLean. McLean had the puck bounce off his stick, and it comes out. Kennefic's got to reset. And Kennefic played it off of a Laker in the Apponequet bench out of play. And Carter, we're not at that point yet. We're probably still 2-3 minutes potentially away from it. Question's going to become whether or not Farrington wants to pull Nate Tobin, get that extra attacker on. And I think we brought it up in the last game, and I think it was against you guys. We've seen a couple of times recently where teams aren't pulling their goalie just to protect that win margin in terms of power rankings.
And for Apponequet, it's a little bit different situation. It looks like they're not really going to make the state tournament, so why not pull your goalie if you're down 2 goals? Just try to get back in this game and win any way possible.
The shot attempt missed by Kelly, and Gettings almost had a chance for him. There would have been his second goal of the year. His only goal and his only career goal came in one of the first few games of the season. That was game number 3 at St. John Paul, in which the Canalmen lost that one 3-1. St. John Paul is towards the top of the Division 4 power rankings. Definitely a potential opponent if Bourne can officially clinch their spot in the state tournament tonight. Gaziano lost it at the blue line, and that's offside. And the faceoff's going to be just outside of the Canalmen defensive zone. But when you look up and down Bourne's schedule of teams they played, you got St. John Paul, you've got Monomoy, you've got Nantucket. All teams that you could potentially play in the state tournament. And I know you guys have that at Somerset Berkeley as well. How important is it to get those games in the regular season against teams you might be playing later on in March?
It's definitely important just to see how the teams play and how much they can improve, or what things you can do to beat that certain team.
Blanchard's going to take over the other way. He's stepping in with Nevins and Frias. He shoots it, and a save made by Pomborg. He hasn't seen many here in this third period. That's only the third one he's seen in the last 10:43. Jackson Pomborg coming into today an 8-7-2 record, a 173 goals against average, a 934 save percentage. Those are both the best in the SEC and top SEC numbers since your former teammate Brandon Silva graduated in 2024 on your Final Four run. Kennefic will take it, looking to go over the middle, plays it off to the left side. No touch, that'll be an icing against Bourne. And the faceoff's going down by Jackson Pomborg's end as the clock officially hits 4 minutes to go in regulation. But in this conference, you got Jackson Pomborg, you got Gavin Rodriguez, and a guy like Nate Minosh too. You got Tucker Roy. You got all of these guys with great goals against averages and good save percentage. This is why you got to love the South Coast Conference, because it seems like almost every single night you're going to have a goaltending battle.
Yeah, and it seems like all around Massachusetts, the South Coast Conference has been the premier destination for top goalies in the state. So, like, as you said, Rodriguez, Silva, even Bastis a couple years ago was really impressive in between the pipes for DRS, and that's the reason why a lot of teams in the SEC do well, just because their goaltending's outstanding.
And you got to give love to Nate Tobin and Mark Donati too. Those guys, don't even look at the record with the 4-12. Just some of those games they played, as Hope's coming in again, had it bounce over a stick, but those guys have been standing on their heads all season long. Hope's taking it off on the left side. Orlando's going to take over here for Apponequet. Has Greg Francis forward. Hope with the nudge in there. Orlando's trying to fish it out. Hope able to walk away with it nicely. Can't connect with Carpenito. It's McLean trying to find it. Kicked at by Orlando. Hitting to the boards. Francis walking in. Right side. His shot attempt is saved again. Pomborg covers it for now. Save number 16 of the early evening. Well, going to that goalie discussion, I know you're a forward for high school hockey. How great is it to have those guys, and even the D-Corps too, just helping protect you guys so you guys can find a way to score some goals, even if the goal scoring's not going for you? We'll talk more about that in a second as Cole Thomas coming in, feeds it across, and it wouldn't go. Kroll tried to get the touch off of Tobin, held in at the point. Ronan Kelly shoots it, deflected high, and it's going to come out of the zone. How great is it to have those goaltenders back you up?
And Keegan, I've had a lot of experience in between the tights myself, playing ball hockey and just in youth hockey in general, and having a good goaltender is the most important thing in hockey. No matter how many times you score or how good your defensive core is, having a great goaltender is the backbone for great success for hockey teams.
Keith Tobin in front of the red line, played it off his own man. That was Gaziano who took it. Tobin stepping in again on the right side, defended by Kroll. Gaziano with the kick. Pops into the middle, out of the zone. Thomas able to get it. Cole Thomas on the right side on an island of his own, still going with it. Thomas got it away to James Kroll with 2 minutes to go. At the line, Ronan Kelly wide. Follow up, Kirby looks to get it first for Bourne. He'll play it down, looking to find Thomas. Thomas battling against Keith Tobin. On the other side, it's James Kroll. Back to Thomas in front, wouldn't go by Kirby. And here comes Jack Ronsky going the other way, over the middle. Another counter. James Kroll with 100 seconds. Ronsky picks it off, and he's going the other way with Blanchard. Ronsky stepping in, defended by Collins. Knocks him down. Ronsky actually took most of it. They got that door open along the Apponequet bench. They're ready to send Tobin whenever that next whistle or potential rush comes. It's behind Frias. He's able to pick it up. Frias off to the right side. Buckley gets to it for Bourne. Buckley's shot off a stick, nearly found by Drew Kelly, and he got a stick in there against Lachlan Sear. Carter Gettings back down to Ben Buckley. Final minute, the Canalmen are up by 2. Cody Blanchard gets in front of Drew Kelly, leaves it behind for Lachlan Sear off to the right side, Oronsky. Oronsky trying to play it by Gettings. It's back in the Laker defensive zone. Nate Peck got by 1, hustling to get it by Buckley. Drew Kelly's going to keep it in the zone. Sear way off to the left side, and that is going to be a penalty for too many men. Clock will stop with just under 33 seconds to go. And now if you pull Nate Tobin, you can get a 6-on-4 for maybe half a minute. Hope one of these shots gets in the back of the net.
Yeah, I mean, you really have nothing to lose here, Keegan. Might as well try and make this game as close as possible. Maybe even within that 32 seconds, you can pop 2 goals in and see if you can tie it up.
And we have a timeout called by the Apponequet Lakers. We'll keep it here during the timeout. And I know for our Bourne audience, this is going to be something that they haven't seen in 7 years, which is them going to be taking home a South Coast Conference title if they hold on for the next 32.8. 6-1-1 in conference play. In a conference which, coming in, I know you'll argue with me about this one, it was really up for grabs for anybody. Like even Apponequet, they've got 3 wins in conference play this year. So you got teams that are pulling off upsets left and right, some shockers going on. You got this Bourne Canalmen side who some of them picked them 2nd or 3rd. They're going to take it home. Obviously, you guys had a couple really good results in South Coast Conference play. But it just shows that when you get to SEC play, anything can happen.
Yeah, conference play for any sport at any level is just always bigger than the rest of the out-of-conference games you play. Like if you look in the NFL or NHL, when the Patriots play the Dolphins, even though the Dolphins might not be the best team in the conference, they always seem to play the Patriots well in any given game.
Serving the Bourne Canalmen penalty will be Carter Gettings. The net is empty for Apponequet. 32.8 on the clock. They need 2 to at least force overtime. Lakers win it. That's Peck on the backhand, sending it down. Tobin acting as a forward out there. Picked up by Bourne, down the ice, won't go. There's no icing as we're on a power play, and it takes the best bounce possible behind the cage, and that's where it got stuck for Peck to pick it up with 12 seconds to go. Nate Peck entering in, left side on Pomborg. And he'll pick it up on the side with 6 seconds to go. Peck across, one-time shot, fanned on. Lofted down the ice, and it won't go. But the Bourne Canalmen take it 3-1. They are your 2026 South Coast Conference champions. And also, too, with that Bourne Canalmen win, they have officially clinched their spot in the MIAA Division IV Ice Hockey State Tournament, which will begin in about 2 weeks' time. Carter, give Apponequet credit. They battled all the way until the end. Bourne had more shots on goal today, but overall, what a game between these two teams.
Yeah, you got to respect both teams here. Both played excellent here today, and it just Bourne was the better team. More shots, more time on attack, more just better everything by the Canalmen here today, and that's why they're your SEC champions.
Final input overall, with Bourne going to 9-7-2, Apponequet goes to 4-13. Both of them still have some pretty interesting games coming up. Apponequet's going to Old Rochester. Bourne has got Dennis, Yarmouth, and Abington to round out their schedule. Still not easy games, and for the Bourne side, you want some momentum to carry into the state tournament. What do you think is going to be so important for them over their final 2 regular season games?
Yeah, just keep up what they're doing. I mean, carry these conference wins into the state tournament. Their out-of-conference play hasn't been as good as their conference play, but if they can play like they've been playing in the SEC against us, against Apponequet, they can really do some damage in the Division 4 state tournament.
You know what? We're going to keep it here for the moment. You can see that they're about to get a celebratory photo out on the ice. Bourne Canalmen did it on the road this time. It's their first SEC title since 2019. It's only their second since 2015, which that's about when Ed Strode started filming the games here. I think it was 2014-15 or 15-16, one of those two teams. So even the cameraman who's been here for over a decade now, this isn't something that you get to see every day. As the group photo goes, head coach Frank Carpenito, assistant coach Andrew Arkey taking the photographs out there. A couple Canalmen weren't a part of the lineup today. James McKenna, Tavon Tavares, and Paul Tarantino were all inactives today. The final shot on goal tally for this one, and it was a lot of shots combined for both teams. You had the Bourne Canalmen, as I'm trying to read my slashes that I made on my paper. They had 32 shots on goal. Donati Tobin combined for 29 saves. Jackson Palmborg ends with 18 saves on 19 shots. Carter, how did you feel doing a hockey broadcast? I know you playing out there all the time. You're used to hearing me and JJ do the announcing. How was it to be up here against teams that you guys play twice a year?
It was definitely an enjoyable experience, Keegan, and definitely when my high school hockey career is over, I'll be back up here with you doing these games all the time.
Well, I would appreciate that. We get a three-man booth, me, you, and JJ. That would be awesome to have. Live stream audience, we thank you for tuning into this one. This was a great night overall. Congratulations once again to the Apponequet and Old Colony seniors on their senior night. Just a couple more games to go. Hope they can end off on a positive note there. Tape delay audience, we're going to take a short